Hey everybody, Crunchy Frog here. Last thing I remember, I was on an airplane. I was watching some really boring movie, and I woke up. I was on this little island. Where am I? Story time with Crunchy Frog. Okay, first thing we're going to do here. As you know, my hardcore series came to a rather unexpected and abrupt end. So I've decided to get right back on the horse and give myself a new challenge. Of course, I'm not in hardcore this time. I think I'll probably have to wait a little while before I do hardcore again. I might have to see a psychiatrist. I woke up this morning feeling just a little bit saddened and down mainly because all my foxes disappeared. And also the fact that I had a real nice little house I was building and was so looking forward to finishing it. But no, I had to be a tough guy. I had to go down in the mines and think I was real tough. So now I've got this little tiny island to live on. And we have a couple of sheep here. Not enough sheep to make a bed. You know, but what else am I supposed to do? Guess I'm just gonna have to remove their wool the old-fashioned way. Sorry, sheep. But I need food also. And I'm just not seeing a whole heck of a lot of weeds here. Hopefully I can get some seeds out of these weeds. There we go. And looks like we're going to have birch and oak to work with here. We can turn this leaf debris into bone meal. We can turn these little flowers into bone meal. Right now, let's get some seeds and let's get some wheat growing. Okay, now, eventually I'm going to have to... Looks like we have some cobblestone over here, actually. You know, when I was looking for an island seed, there was nothing in there with this in it. This is some sort of weird aberration. So, we will deal with that. Actually, let's go and deal with it right now. Oh, yes. Well, like I said, I was on an airplane. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And I woke up, and I was on this island. I'm guessing that the airplane is all gone now. I crashed somewhere out there. Oh, look. It's an ocean monument in the distance. See if we can zoom in on that. One thing that's going to be nicer about this series is I'm going to actually have a chance to do a little editing. I don't think anybody's going to accuse me of cheating on this particular run. I mean, what would be the point of me cheating? I enjoy a good challenge, you know? That's why I'm doing this to myself. I was thinking about just going back to my regular Minecraft Let's Play. And I'll do that eventually. I was also thinking about doing a Minecraft beta playthrough, because I am having a lot of fun with that Minecraft beta 1.7.3. But I realized that Minecraft beta is, you know, not that exciting to watch. And my Minecraft videos are already sort of, you know, snooze fest. I don't have a whole lot of action-packed stuff going on. Although there are moments, like when I died in my hardcore world. That was a moment. Okay, screw you, scroll wheel. I'm just going to press the number on my keyboard. That's what I'm going to have to do once in a while, is just press that number. I'll just press the number on the hotbar, and my scroll wheel can just go take a hike. Eventually, I'm just going to have to go out and buy a brand new trackball, but I already invested so much money in this one, it really irks me that the scroll wheel doesn't work right. I thought eventually I would just get used to it. But you know, I've got a trackball that I use for my Windows laptop, and it's a really cheap one. I got like the cheapest one in the world, and I've been using it for 2 years now, and it works perfectly. The reason I don't transfer it over is because it has a cord on it. Well, I guess I have to go down and... Ooh, just barely made that jump. But the reason I can't use the working trackball is because my MacBook Air only has so many ports. And one of those ports is being used by my headphones, the other by a microphone, and I don't have any ports left over for a trackball. So I have to use a cordless trackball. Well, now we get to use the fancy stone pickaxe. And we'll go ahead and get a hoe. Let's also make a furnace. Just plunk a furnace down here. Oh, we're crying out loud. And see, I didn't make an axe, did I? Yeah, we got ourselves a little nighttime coming. This should be interesting. Now, I'm not sure how many monsters can spawn on this island because, you know... Oh, well, what do you know? Get over here, future bed. Let's see how fast we can pull this off.
Okay. Pretty good.
This will get rid of that rain, too. Once I get this cleared up a little bit and I'm better prepared, then I'll be more than happy to welcome some mobs. And it looks like we have a birch biome. And over here it looks like we have a little bit of a forest biome cutting into it. And you know what that means? Possibility that a dog might spawn. Oh, sorry, little guy. Forgot that Java swords hit everybody in the area. Yeah. I would never kill a little lamb. I would wait until he grew up first, and then I would kill him and eat him. Where should we plant? It's a good enough place to plant something. Just a little garden. Crying out loud. Okay. Now, where were we at? Oh yes. Chopping down some trees to get charcoal. Gonna smelt up some quick charcoal around here so that I can cook up some of this mutton. And I can get rid of this rumbling in my tummy. I mean, the last thing I ate was those peanuts on the airplane. I couldn't eat that many of them because they cost like $16 for a little package. And that's why I'm calling this series Castaway. And if I find a dog, I'm going to call him Wilson. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll just make a block and put it on the ground and call that Wilson. Hey there, little fella. Okay, let's smelt up some stuff. Oh, look, our little fella has done grown up. He's a grown up sheep now. And you know what that means? His wool may be black, but his mutton is the same color as all the other sheep. There we go. Sorry there, fella, but you lived a good life. You got to run around here for a long time, and but on a survival island like this, sheep only reach a certain age. Okay, let's pop that in there. Get this out, and let's go ahead and cook some food. Because pretty soon we're going to get a little hangry. We're going to take this little island and we're going to make it our home. We're going to do something very cool on this island. Something anyway. I don't know how cool it'll be. Yep, I'm going to have to go over there and finish chopping that thing down too. I can't look at that for too long. I may be a shipwrecked castaway or an airplane crashed castaway. But I'm not a Philistine. I have my standards. I don't like looking over there and seeing that thing. I'm probably going to get rid of this little pond too because it's taking up valuable real estate. And a lot of this sand is going to have to go, and I'm going to have to replace it with doit. How do you say it in New York, right? Look at there, we have a turtle. Well, at least Mojang didn't make it so that turtles would drop like meat or anything, turtle meat. So nobody is tempted to kill the cute turtles. And there goes my axe. Guess I only made the one. Yikes, I can't even sprint. I'm so hungry. Okay. Wow. That mutton really sticks to the ribs, doesn't it? Okay, well, let's go ahead and make some more charcoal. But yeah, I'm going to have to get some more. Let's see here. I have to get some more dirt somewhere. But I know where I'll get it. The ocean. The ocean has a great bounty. I'll be getting a lot of stuff out of the ocean. So what you gotta do when you're doing a survival island playthrough Okay, we'll get that on the way down. I have plans for all this. Do I have a shovel? I do have a shovel. Look at that. And here I'm digging like with my hands, like some kind of barbarian. We bypass the scroll wheel and just hit the number 9. Okay. Keep working on our way up to the top. Okay. Yeah, pretty soon I'll get really good at just hitting the button, the number. Yes, we will go down and gather up all those blocks. Don't worry. None of these blocks will go to waste. You can't waste anything when you're on a little island like this. What the heck is that? Is that a drowned out there? Oh no, those are turtles. Okay. What is that green thing in the water? We have turtles around here. I'm not sure, but I seem to remember that back in the day, turtles would drop like wooden bowls if you hit them or killed them or something. I have no idea. I don't really recall. Now, why would I do that? I still need to change my keybinds. Oh, for crying out loud. I did it again. Oh well. Can I gather my pickaxe? Oh no, it's over here. I'm going to have to seriously remember to do that. In fact, after I go to sleep, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Once I get some charcoal, I'm going to go ahead and place some torches around on this island. And then I don't have to worry about sleeping, because I got no villagers. I got no reason to sleep. Who needs to sleep? Not this frog. All these leaves that don't despawn because they're touching those leaves, and those leaves are touching wood. You'd think that Mojang would just fix this little thing so that each tree's leaves would despawn independently, you know? I'm sure there's some way you could do that in the code. Man, look at this. This is a real turtle hangout. There's 6 turtles all right here. There's those three, and then these three. Man, I can't wait to get some iron. Get some iron, and then go in there and make them multiply. Why? What do they give you? Absolutely nothing, except for turtle eggs. Of course, I'll need a silk touch pick or a silk touch something for those. And really, those are only good for one thing. And that's making some kind of a zombie farm of some sort. They're also good for decoration. And they're also good for breakfast, you know. A little butter, a little salt, some scrambled, a scrambled turtle egg omelet. Maybe put a little salsa on it. That's some good eating. Okay, now we're going to be running around and gathering saplings. We're going to be fixing up some of this stuff too. We gotta fill this in because this is taking up real estate. Surely I have some more. Oh, I have coarse dirt. Well, that's good enough. Because coarse dirt can become regular dirt. You just have to do some stuff to it to turn it from coarse dirt into regular dirt. Maybe I'll go and get some stones and write SOS in the sand. Okay, what am I doing? I need to continue making charcoal so I can place some torches around my island. You also want to make some bone meal, because bone meal will come in very handy here. You bone meal these things. Okay, yeah, let's go and make a little composter over here. Now, because we don't have any iron, we can't make the hoppers to do this automatically. There we go, you have a piece of bone meal. And you see when we get bone meal, we do this. Look at all those weeds. And guess what? Maybe we can get some seeds out of this. Very good. We got some seeds. Now we can go over here and plant the seeds. This is how we're going to get our crops growing. Guess I'll put some torches down tomorrow. It's Turtle Island. Maybe we'll call this Turtle Island. It's good to clean up all this debris anyway, because I'm not a big fan of how this looks. Those little flowers over there for the birch forest, I don't mind that so much. But these things, that are unsightly. And the only real decorative purpose of these things is if you want to make it look like your dog had an accident on your floor, right? And you know, if the only good decoration, sort of like cocoa beans, if the only good decorative use for a certain thing is to look like doo-doo, then you know it's not a great thing. It's not a thing of beauty. It doesn't add beauty to your Minecraft world. If I had a water bucket, this would go a lot faster. But I don't have any iron yet. I think we'll start digging a mine shaft. But we'll do that in the next episode. And this episode is getting pretty long already. Of course, I'm going to edit it down a little bit, speed up some stuff, take out some of the boring parts. I can do that with this series, where I couldn't really do that with the hardcore series. So these episodes will probably be a little bit shorter because they'll be edited down, and they'll move at a slightly faster pace. It'll also be good because I won't have to talk quite as much. I don't have to put the scare and the fear into the UN and YouTube algorithm and make them afraid of what I'll say, you know? To put those disclaimers up. Can't have this guy talking about things and revealing things like everybody doesn't already know, you know? I mean, come on. Okay, well, maybe I'll compose this off camera. But let's go ahead and say goodbye. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. I'll just be here composting.